Oh, good morning, guys. We're doing Find You There by We the Kings. And I've got some really cool ways for you to play this. One way we're going to do at the end is... And we're going to, several ways. The beginning of this... show you that high guitar part with the capo. Hello, I'm Shawn Cheek. Welcome to my easy piano lessons. Let's get started here. You won't find sheets on this. You're not going to find other tutorials like this. This is my own arrangement made for you. I've been teaching piano lessons for 23 years, playing professionally for longer than that. And I've arranged this to sound like the album version, but to also sound good for piano solo at home, okay? So let's start with the basics, and then I'll get more advanced as we go on. At the beginning, we have this either mandolin or a guitar with a capo on it real high, this string sound, and we're going to try to imitate that on the piano, okay? Okay, so let's try that. If you can't do that, I'm just going to show you the regular chords so everybody can have something to do with this. So let's look at the right hand. A, D, F sharp. So I'll show you the way I'm doing it, and then I'll make it simpler for those of you who want just the chords, okay? So A, D, F sharp, and then we're going to go D, F sharp, E, D, A. Now I'm going to play it 1, 2, 4, and then I'm going to go 2, 4, 3, 2, A. And then I'm going to do it 8 times, okay? The first 4 times are for the introduction, and then the next 4 times are when the singing starts, okay? So it's really 4 plus 4, but I just put 8 to save space on the board. Now, the string part does a little bit different every time. Does some improvisation on it, but I just decided to do it one way so it would sound good for you guys and it wouldn't be too hard to learn, okay? With too many different variations. So I'm just showing you one variation here. A, D, F sharp, and the rhythm really slowly is ba, and I started putting an A in here as I was arranging it and deciding how I wanted it to sound for us. And then I go back. Now it's kind of like groups of 2. The first time you go ba 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 ba, and then you do the third and fourth time. Okay, so listen again. Here we go. Ba 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 ba. See how the second time I syncopated this and played this chord early? Listen to the rhythm again. And if I go fast, it sounds like this. I'm actually putting an A in here too, now that I think about it. Okay, so I'm going... Oh, I'm only doing that the second time though. Yeah, so watch. Then I do the A, okay? Alright, so here it is. Let me put the D in the left hand, the D octave. I'm doing it up here, so I think it sounds most like the recording if I do it up here. So we have... Alright, let me go super slow. Here we go. Speed it up. Okay, I think that sounds a lot like it. Now, if that's too hard, just play A, D, F sharp. Okay, now I know that doesn't sound as cool, but just to get the chords, you can play your D chord there. You're going to do it a total of 8 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's hard to count while I'm playing that. So 4 times is the intro, and then the next 4 times is singing. Now let's go to A octave on the left hand and do this. 3, 4. Did you notice I played the exact same thing on the right hand? I did it 4 times on the A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to go to a B octave on the left hand and do the same thing. 2, then I'm going to go to a G octave on the left hand, do the same thing. 2, 3, 4. So that is the introduction and the verse. Now, you're going to go through it again because as music tends to do, it has repeating patterns of 4s, 8s, 16ths, and so forth. So after you do that, you're going to go back and play it again, but it's only going to be 4 times on this one because you already did the intro. You're not going to play the introduction again. The introduction's over. So when you go back, it's going to be 4, 4, 4, 4. Now, let's look at the chorus. Now, I included the melody in the chorus right here because I think it's going to sound good for our purposes here. Okay, this is the way I would arrange it out if you were my personal student at my house, and that's why my video lessons come through so well through the camera lens, is because of my extensive experience teaching one-on-one 50 students a week for years and years and years. Is I can kind of tell what's going to work and what's not going to work with a student. And I think you guys are going to like this, having the melody in the right hand on the chorus part here. Pretty good. Alright, so let's do it. I'll show you the chords too. The chords are actually in there, but I'll have to bring them out. Let's look at the right hand. D, E, E, D. So this is the chorus. Or it's actually, well, I don't know if you call it a pre-chorus or the chorus, because this also sounds like a chorus part too. But anyway, it's the next part. Alright, you know what I'm talking about. D, E, E, D, and then A, D, G, and then we're going to go A, D, F sharp. The left hand's going to do a D octave. So then I'm going to do D, D, and then I'm going to do A, D, G. I put a G in parenthesis for those of you who don't like this A on the bottom. I think it sounds good, and it's warranted because whatever that guitar part is still going on the top there. It has that D chord going all the way through. So that's my validation for having the A there. But if you don't like it, you can put a G in there. You can replace that A with a G. There's no piano in this, right? So we've got to arrange it and transcribe it. So that I give you a choice there. I like A. A, D, G. Then I'm going to do E octave on the left hand. Then I'm going to play that chord again. And then I'm going to go to A, D, F sharp with 1, 2, 4. So let's go at the beginning of the chorus here. Kind of slow. Alright? Again. D, E, D again. Okay, now those of you who follow my lessons know that you are totally supposed to keep playing those octaves in the left hand, even though I wrote it one time, okay? Now we're going to go B, D, G in the right hand with 1, 2, 5. Left hand will go to a B octave. And that now becomes a B minor chord at this point. B, D, F sharp, and then an E, and then an A, C sharp, E. And after that you'll play the left hand A octave. Okay, let me start right here. Ready? Go. See how the left hand comes after? You've got to do that because this is syncopated. It jumps the gun, jumps the beat as pop music does. Let's do the whole thing starting here. And then what do? You go back and do it again, right here. What did I do there? The melody's a little bit different when he sings it through the second time. So after you come here and you come back and play this again, because you do go back, this is the melody this time. You go da 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 da, and then he goes da da up da 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 da. So I'm going to replace the melody notes, and I'm going to do F sharp and D and A, and then E, D. So I'm going to keep the same bottom notes, but change these melody notes on the top to F sharp, A, F sharp, E, D. So that sounds like this. Now there, the G sounds pretty good. It's whatever you like. It's personal taste there, okay? Because there's some instruments do have a G and some of them have the A. It's all just kind of a mix of sound. So we get to choose what we want to do. Alright, so that second time. Now, we have my little dot to dot thing. I do that because there are a lot of people across the world that watch my lessons that do not speak any English or read any music notation. So I put a symbol that everybody's going to understand by looking dot to dot. So we're going to go from this dot to that dot. Save space on my board. Okay? So let's go from this dot to that one. Here we go. Okay, it only saved a little space, but I didn't have to write another line, did I? Da 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 da. Now I'm going to do this. Sounds like the chorus too, but it's a little different, so maybe this would be called the real chorus. But anyway, so the dot to dot, da 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 da, and then we just continue on here after we do the dot to dot, which is D, and then A, D, G. I have my little slur line, so that means it's together, ba ba, and then A, D, F sharp, we hold for a little bit, and then D, G, so it's D, and then B, D, G with 1, 2, 5, ba ba, then our B minor chord again, B, D, F sharp, and then A, C sharp, E. Alright, the left hand has a G octave, a B octave, and an A octave. Then, well, you know, I haven't played it for you yet. So let's go dot to dot, and then I'll play the rest of this. Here we go. Here's the dot to dot part. Then I have triangle to triangle, more mysterious symbology. Alright. Triangle to triangle means go from this triangle to this triangle. That's simple enough, right? This triangle to this triangle. So, let's do it. The dot to dot part is part of the triangle section. So here we go, dot to dot. Okay? If you want to just play chords and you can't play the melody in the right hand, then just do a D chord. Do, 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 do. And then here, do an E. And then you can do an A, D, F sharp on top of it. So just play the notes that are next to the left hand octaves. Alright, but it's a lot of fun, and I think you can do it if you put your mind to it to play the melody with it. Now, there's a bridge part that happens. You know what a bridge is. It's not the verse, it's not the chorus, but it's something different. And it happens right here. And the chords are G, and then a D chord, and then an A chord. Okay, so if you want to just mess around with a G chord. Alright, that's too much. That's totally out of the style, but I'm an Elton John fan, so I like to play like he does. 4, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Okay, it may do that a couple times. I don't remember, but I know it's 4, 4, 8. G, B, D, D, F sharp A, A, C sharp E. All right, you got it. Now there's another part I wanted to show you that goes. All right, you hear an instrument doing that when. Towards the end of the song, he's singing. Here's what it is: D to A, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're gonna do it. Hey guys, make sure you like these pop songs. I have a playlist on my channel of right now. On this day, it's almost 80 current pop songs I've done. Check it out; you'll like it. 2, 3, 4. Now this is my symbology just for saying do the same thing again. So this is D to A 4 times again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have it again, so do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the last one is different. The last one is C sharp to A 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the left hand, let's do this. Let's do D, A. Oh, it says D, but I'm going to do a 5th. Then I'm going to do a 5th on G and D. And then I'm going to do a 5th on B, B and F sharp. And then A, and E. So I get this. Messed up. Bigger. So you can improvise and play around with that. Okay, I was going to show you one more thing. Remember, take these lessons, take what you want from them. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. You don't say, oh, I have to play exactly the way Shawn does, or I'm trash. I can't do. No, that's not true at all. Take what you can get from this. Maybe all that you can do is the chorus with the melody in the right hand. You can't play the intro right or as well as you want to. Or maybe this is all you can do. What's wrong with that? Everything that you learn, any piece of music that you learn, makes you a musician, makes you a better musician as a whole. Okay, everything you learn is just snowballing, and you're going to become a better and better musician the more things that you learn. And maybe, you know, from one tutorial of mine, you're only going to take a little piece of that with you, but that's okay. At least it's a piece. And it'll help you later when you get another song that has some of the similar things in it, similar chords, similar rhythms. Okay? So take what you can get from this and let that be enough. Don't be too hard on yourself. Because what happens is you get hard on yourself, you get down on yourself, and then you quit when you could keep playing and have some enjoyment. So know when to quit, they say. Alright, I was going to give you, you know, if you want to... Alright, all I'm doing there is, you know, just kind of my style of adding notes. I'm playing the right hand up an octave, okay? D, E, E, D, and then A, D, G, and then A, D, F sharp. Okay, now guys, if you do a cover of this or something and upload it, make sure you put on there that you're getting this from my lesson that I showed you. There's a guy on YouTube that copies all my stuff, and really just steals it and then passes it off as his own and lies that it's his. So make sure you just give credit in there that you've learned it from my lesson if you don't mind. I appreciate that. Alright, D, E, E, D, and then A, D, G, and then A, D, F sharp. And we're just going to... After I play the chord, I'm just going to kind of roll it up. Watch. See, whenever there's a gap, I fill it with my other two fingers, or whatever chord I'm doing. Watch. The notes that I'm on, when I have a long note, I'm just filling in the gaps with that. Now on the left hand, watch what I'm doing. Instead of just a D octave, now this is an advanced lesson here, okay? If you can't keep up with it, maybe you aren't ready for this yet. But those of you who are, we're going to do, instead of just a D, we're going to do D, A, D. And on the E, I'm going to go E, B, E. And on the B, I'm going to go B, F sharp, B. And on the A, I'm going to go A, E, A, like that. So I have... Alright, so there's at least something to get you started with that. Hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Please subscribe and like the video and put your comments on there. I'll respond to them if they're good comments. Talk to you guys later.